Hey beautiful people, what's going on? Hope you're all doing amazingly well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have done myself a little kind of khaki green smoky eye look using some new products that I recently bought that was in my last video. I will leave the link for that down below, but I'm loving how this turns out. I've loved all of the products that I've tried and it's featured using this palette here. Honestly, the colours in here are just beautiful colour story in there, and I've used a few of those shadows to go on my lids today. I also use a shade to go as my highlight as well. This palette, I love it, so definitely go purchase this, even the medium version or the smaller one if you're not sure, getting the big one, but honestly need this in your collection, especially if you love greens. So we're gonna have a little play today. We're gonna have a look at all the products that I bought, use them all on me, and also introduce a new little change that I'd like to make for this channel. Hope you enjoy this video. Please keep watching to see how I got this beautiful look. Are we ready to play with some makeup? Because I know I am. Let's go in with the primer. I am so excited to try this. So this is the Revolution Candy Haze Weightless Primer. I'm just going to pop some on here. It's like a light pink. Put that all in. It smells like creamy. Like I thought it would be like a sweet smell coming out of it, but it smells like a cream pretty much, which I'm sure like most primers have that smell anyway. Well, so far I haven't tried a primer that's got like a fragrance in it. Can you still see my red cheeks? I did a workout this morning. It wasn't planned. I just kind of woke up and I was just like, do you know what? Let's just do a workout, but one that I actually was interested in doing before like all the big apps and everything came out. I used to do DVD workouts, and the one that I did was one of Charlotte Crosby's ones. It was her first one that she brought out. People will probably go, oh god, like a celebrity DVD, I bet that's crap, but actually it's pretty good. It was just nice to just do something that I felt like doing, and then I walked around my estate a couple times just to get more of my steps in. It felt really good. It was a great way to start the day, and I'd highly recommend it for all of you out there. So I'm going to go in with my colour correcting palette, just try it out, see what I get out from it. I just loved the palette when I first saw it, and it took me ages to go and buy it, but I just thought, you know what, let's just do it. So even though I don't really have dark circles under my eyes, I'm still going to put something under there anyway, just to see what it's like when it's all blended out. So I'm just going to get a bit of the pink from the palette and just put that under my eye. Nice creamy texture going on. I did always wonder, like when people used to colour correct, how on earth this would blend out enough so you wouldn't actually see it, but seeing a video on it the other day, it all made sense. And I am going to put a bit of orange in there as well, just to mix it up a little bit, because why not? And then I am just going to go in with the green and the yellow. This is going to be for my redness, because normally I tend to get redness on my cheeks, my chin, around my nose, sometimes up here as well. Just depends what my skin's doing that day. Put that around there. Oh, my cheeks. As you can see, I look very strange right now, but do you know what? I kind of like it. It's good to look different. So let's go in with some yellow as well. Now you're probably thinking, Soph, why have you put so much on? But do you know what? I'm just having a play, because that's what makeup is all about. It's having a little play, seeing what comes out of it. Do you know what? If anything goes wrong, just start again. Let's go in with purple. It is my favourite colour after all. I think it would be a crime if I didn't at least try to put on some purple. Oh my love, where did you go? I have that in my head so badly at the minute. It's Jack Jones and MNEK. Oh, it is such a tune. No word of a lie, I was strutting to that when I was getting my steps in earlier. I was just like miming along to the words. I'm just going to prep my sponge with some setting spray just to soak it up a bit, and then just going to use that to blend it all in. I don't even know what I look like at the moment, just really pale. But that's fine. It is normal for your skin to go paler after applying this, because this is getting rid of all the stuff that you don't want seen, that could be normally seen if you just put on your normal concealer and foundation. So I'm presuming once I put my foundation on, that's when the magic's going to happen and I'm not going to look like this. Look at that! I look like such a ghost, but do you know what? We'll go with the ghost look for now. You see like the skin difference. Oh, love. this. So we're now going to go in with foundation. I haven't changed my foundation since the last time I filmed makeup videos. So the only two that I own are the all-in-one foundation by No. 7, which has got SPF 50, and then we've got the True Match super blendable foundation, and they're both in the shade Sand. I think, yeah, this one's also got SPF in, SPF 17. I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal one today. So as you can see, the foundation is going on the top of where I've done all that colour correcting. That's pretty much what colour correcting is. It's just getting rid of any skin discoloration, any bags under your eyes, any redness on your face. Good thing to try, and it's still on the Revolution website, so I would definitely recommend that. I've nearly run out of this, so we may as well go in with that. This is the Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer by Maybelline. I do have this version in the Revolution version as well, which I really do like. So I wanted to give my channel a little bit of a revamp, just because in my last video I briefly explained that I kind of lost touch with doing all my makeup videos and just like any videos in general really. It's not that I didn't want to do it, because I just kept thinking of ideas all the time of what I wanted to do and how cool that would be, but then at the same time I'd lost complete confidence with it. It wasn't for any specific purpose, it was just purely because I loved making videos and I just wanted to have a little bit of an escape, so to speak, but then for some reason it just didn't work for me, and I just spent about, I think probably about 6 months in the end just not filming anything, just because I didn't feel that it was right to come on camera and film everything. But at the end of the day, life is too short to not do what you want. It doesn't have to be like the best thing in the world. Like, it doesn't have to be immaculate where you have to have like a green screen and do everything else like that. At the end of the day, if you enjoy doing something, why should I stop doing it? But yeah, so talking about a revamp on my channel, I thought it would be a good idea to combine makeup and mental health and make this channel into Makeup Mentality. Basically doing all things makeup, like trying all different things like I'm doing today, but then we'll also have a conversation on a topic whilst we're getting ready. Because why not? I just think even in this day and age, mental health is still a taboo subject, and it's still something that people don't really admit to or talk about often, but I think it's such an important topic. There's like more to just like the disorders and anxiety and depression and all the things. There's all those little things encompassed that people don't really talk about. So comparing yourself on a daily basis, feeling like a failure, not wanting to go out, like different things like that. And I just thought it would be interesting to do, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to be changing the channel and doing Makeup Mentality, which is all about creating makeup looks whilst empowering your mental health. So there we go. So concealer is done, foundation is done. Shall we do eyebrows next? So this is the XXFine brow by XX Revolution. I've been using this for ages now and I absolutely love it for just giving me quick natural brows. As I've always learned, it's just about filling in the gaps. If you want nice natural brows, finding what your eyebrow type is first and foremost, using a pencil, gel liner, whatever you want to use, and just filling in the gaps of it. It's a bit like you're colouring in. You just want to follow your eyebrow and create its natural line. So mine is obviously quite arched, so I do arched eyebrows with my look. It doesn't always go to plan, you know, makeup doesn't always go to plan, but do you know what? Whatever the result is, you work with it and you just do it. That's the mentality I've got at the moment. So it's been a funny few months. Normally the beginning of every year in the past few years always starts off shit, and this again happened again. So long story short, I was dating somebody back late last year. Things were going really well and he ended it this year. I don't have a lot of luck with stuff like that. That's what happened, and I've just been on a bit of a downward spiral, just questioning myself and being not very nice to myself really. I put too much pressure on myself, I always have done, and I just beat myself up on a lot of stuff, and I don't know why I do it. I've just not been wanting to do things, just normal things that would make me happy and make me feel fulfilled. I've just not wanted to do. I've just been exhausted during the week. I work 40 hours a week, by the time the Friday comes, I'm just like absolutely shattered. And then a couple of weeks ago, something happened that triggered it all again, and I've just been mentally and physically exhausted from it, just questioning a lot about myself and being very critical of myself, which isn't good at all. I'm never critical of other people. Like, I'm always wanting to empower people and making people feel like, oh my gosh, like, you're amazing, you're this person, you've got all these things about you that make you amazing, and you should be like, do you know what, this is me and I freaking love myself. And have I been doing the same? Girl, I have not been doing the same. And you know what, I need to start doing that. And I woke up this morning and I was just like, let's just do it. Let's just be the person that I want to be. Let's show more of that off, and let's just live each day in the moment and go from there. There we go. So my brows are done. Contouring. I do want to do a separate video on contouring, just because I've had people say before about, I don't know how to contour, like how do you do it? And there's different ways of doing it, and people do things that suit them and their skin and what they want to do. At some point I will do a tutorial on contouring. So for example, now I'm just going with the Infallible stick from L'Oreal. This is in the shade Ebony. I prefer using the contour that's got a grey tone rather than an orange tone. I just find that's a bit more flattering on my skin. There we go, that's just a quick little thing of how I do the cream contour part. And I will show you how to do a different way of doing cream contour using the new palette. So I'm going to go in with the darker shade with a blending sponge that is damp already. I'm just going to dip it in and just put it in the hollows of my cheeks and just work with it. And you can also do this on the top of your head. Just gives you a more of a bronzy, suntanned kind of look. Just gives you a bit more colour. See, that's another way of doing it. You don't have to stick to using a brush. You can use a damp blending sponge and just work that in your skin. I like mine to look quite natural. I don't like it looking too bold. So when I tend to blend, I go a bit deeper into the blending, and you know, I get it so that it's just right, so you can see that there's a bit of colour but there's not too much colour, if that makes any sense at all. And there you go, that's another way to do contouring. So I do cream contour, and then when I'm going on like special occasions, day outs or night outs or anything like that, then I tend to powder as well, just so it sets the cream contour in place. Otherwise I tend to just go in with a powder straight away. We are going to go in with the hot chocolate contour. I got this in the gift set for Christmas a couple of years ago from I Heart Revolution, and we just got a couple of shades in there that I'm just going to mix together and just put that on top of where I put the cream contour. I do tend to go in with a bigger brush afterwards just to fan it out a bit more, so then it's just not all clumpy or there's like too much brown going on. Like, I like it just right. So in my last video as well, I said about how I had some more stuff on the way makeup wise, which came the other day, and then I decided to get some more stuff just because I really wanted to, and I just thought, F it, treat myself. I don't do it very regularly as it is, so I may as well do it now, and that's exactly what I did. So it's just set nicely now, so I don't need to worry about applying anymore on, but as you can see there's colour going on, but there's not too much colour. So that's that done. I will also go and set on my concealer now. I'm just going to go in with normal translucent setting powder. This is from Younique, and I'm just going to set that where I put my concealer earlier. There we go, that's just mattified it a little bit more. Okay, so shall we do the exciting bit and do some eyes? So I'm going to go in with the Earthy palette from Beauty Bay, and we're going to create a look with this. Okay, so before I go in with eyeshadow, I'm just going to prep my eyes with some concealer. Okay, let's put this on, and then I'm going to go charge my battery camera and we're going to do the eyes. We have prepped the eyes. I'm going to go and charge my camera battery and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so we have charged my camera for a little bit, so hopefully that should hold off until the end of this video. I've primed my eyes, so let's go in with some eyeshadow shades from this this beautiful palette. So I'm going to start with just creating the base of it and just giving it a nice transition for when I do, surprise surprise, smoky eyes. So I'm going to go in with the shade Snow at the bottom and just work that all on my lid, just so we've got a nice colour to start off with. I'm going to go in with Quicksand down at the bottom and just work that up all in my crease. This is how I like to build shades up first. I just find it's nicer, especially when you're doing smoky eyes, just to use a few of the same colours first and then just go in working darker and darker until you get the colour you want on your eyes. I reckon we should go in with the Pickle shade down here and start working that up in the outer corner. Khaki by far is definitely one of my favourite colours, I think, just because I love wearing khaki as clothing. It's just something that I find really suits my skin colour really well. As beautiful as it is outside, and as much as I do appreciate the sun and I love it so much, it is a bit hard when you're doing makeup tutorials. You close one eyelid and then you open up the other one and then it's like, oh hello, where have I been? I think I want to go in with the shade Herd down here next, just to deepen it up a bit more, and then I'll probably work back through the crease again, that shade that I went in first to do my crease, just to give it a bit more of a vibe, a bit more colour. So go back in with Quicksand again, blend that in all together, and let's mix these two up a bit more. So these are the two kind of khaki shades, the Pickle and the Nerd. I just want to open up that crease a bit more. I'm just going to go in with a clean blending brush and just window wipe all of that. So I definitely want to do a green lid shade to go in. There's some really pretty lovely shades in here that would be so ideal for lids. Because we're going for a bit more of a khaki vibe, I think I might go in with Folklore down here as my lid colour shade. A little tip that I saw on Nikki tutorials. I'm just going to put some fixing spray, just spray some on my hand and then just put a brush like that, just normal, and then I'm going to go in and put the shadow on top, work it out around the lid like so, and we get a nice little shimmery shade going on, which was exactly what I wanted. Just with that fixing spray, it helps to then make sure that when you do put it on the lid, it like stays on. There's no fallout or anything. It's quite a nice little shimmery shade going on as well. I like that. Like that a lot, I does. As you can see, it's starting to transition a bit into the kind of khaki vibe I want going on here. I'm kind of vibing on this Penny shade down here. It's like a really goldy shimmery shade. I'll just get some on my finger. Look at that. How pretty is that? There we go. Look at that. Definitely helps with putting fixing spray on top. It's really now helped to make it that little bit more pigmented. Really nice altogether, actually. It just makes for like just something different, because I always end up doing like brown smoky eyes just because it's something that I'm used to. But having like something that's steering away from brown and going into green, and it looks really nice in my eyes. I love that. I'm just going to go in with Baked up here. It's like a brown with an orangey undertone, and I'm just going to work that up here again just to give it a bit more depth. And then just gonna window wipe out again. That looks amazing. It just looks really nice all together. I love how the colours all blend together. Just to make it that little bit more, I am going to go in with a bit of the Ray shade. It's honestly so pretty in this palette. I think it'd just be nice to just put on top of that green. Oh my gosh, this is a lush shade. It's just sparked that green up a little bit more. How lush does that look? It's just given a bit more to the shade that I've just put on, but it actually looks so lush. I love it. I'm thinking to go in with a bit of Herd and a bit of Squash on my bottom bit to make it out a bit more. Oh, that's quite potent. Look at that, that's really potent. That's just ultimately given my eyes a bit more of that pop, but we'll just smoke it out a little bit more. Time for eyeliner next. This is just the Collection Extreme Felt Tip Liner. I'm just going to put that on my top lid. Some black eyeliner I'm going to put on my top waterline, and this is from Collection. I'm going to use something different for my bottom waterline. Normally at this point I would go in with brown just to soften the look. So this is from the Influencer Overnight collection from Revolution. This is a nice green shade that I want to put on my bottom waterline. This is something a bit different, just because I feel like I really want to explore with different colours and try something different. Mascara next, but this is the Barry M Lash Vegas. Now, whilst I do love how it separates my lashes, I do have trouble, and I don't know if anybody else has had trouble with this when using it. I have to be very careful because it can just easily just go on my lid all of a sudden, like the lashes just go onto my lid. I end up having a mascara lid, which isn't a be all or end all because you can just literally wipe it off if you do have any mistakes, but it kind of bothered me a bit. Not gonna lie, but otherwise I love how this looks in terms of separating my lashes. Then I'm gonna go in with the 5D Lash Pal from Revolution and just volumize it a little bit. I must admit I'm not a fake eyelash person. It's just something that's just not really for me. That's very rare. I must admit it's very rare that I do go for fake eyelashes. I just prefer to use normal mascara that's going to give the job that you want it for eyelashes and just make it that bit more natural, because that's just what I do. I like looking more natural, so to speak. But there we go. New mascara I picked up. This is the Big Drama from Collection, and this is waterproof. What I always like to do is I like to use waterproof mascara on my bottom lashes just so it doesn't smudge throughout the day. I'm going to ready my lips first just to make sure they're nice and exfoliated and better at application. I'm using the lip scrub from the Bratz collection from Revolution. I'm just going to put it all over my lips, and all it does is just exfoliate the lips just so you've got smoother application, and then just wipe it off with my beauty blender. I'm going to use new lip crayon from the Bratz collection. This is the Chloe shade, and I'm just going to put lip colour all over. I think normally with this look I'd probably pair it with like a brown, just because I've used brown, but we're gonna be a bit different and go a bit more out there because that's what I'm feeling like today. And then I'm gonna go in with the lip gloss from the Bratz range, which is in the shade Chloe once again. It does start tingling on the lips, but it's quite a nice feeling. Like, it's not like a horrible, like, oh, get it off. Like, it's quite lovely, I think. There we go. So the last thing I need is highlighter, and I'm gonna actually use one of the shadows in here for highlight. I think I might try the, was it Carver, that one there. I'm just going to pop that on as a highlighter just up here. Oh, look at that coming out, baby. Look at that. That is lush. So yes, these can also double up as highlighter shades as well. A little bit glittery than normal, but do you know what? We're working with it. This is what we're doing. We're having a little play, seeing what works, what doesn't, and that's it. So this is the Candy Haze Fixing Spray, and I'm just going to pop this on all over my face. Oh, that smell is everything. And there we go. So this is the finished makeup look. I have loved having a little play today, finding a bit of myself again that I'd completely missed for several months or so. This is what we've got. I absolutely love it. It's definitely wearable. It's not too potent, but it's potent enough to see that there's colour in there, there's a bit of whatnot going on in there. But yeah, it just looks really nice. I love how this turns out, and I love this makeup look overall. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again very soon. Take care.